The Mystery of the Observant Fan. The full story of Brittany and Cheyenne. In 2015, in a quiet city in Canada, lived an 18-year-old girl named Brittany. She was a vibrant, kind-hearted student, known for her popularity and charisma. She had no enemies, and everyone who knew her spoke of her bright future. However, one ordinary day, this brightness was suddenly extinguished. It began when Brittany went out and failed to return home. Her family wasn't initially alarmed, as she was an adult. But when midnight passed and her phone went dead, panic set in. They spent a sleepless night calling friends and searching the streets. When 24 hours passed with no word, they rushed to the police. The investigation started immediately, focusing on her social circle. Her best friend, Cheyenne, seemed devastated. She claimed she had no idea where Brittany was, suggesting instead that Brittany had recently met a mysterious new boyfriend and might be with him. The search ended in tragedy. A driver on a remote, unlit highway outside the city noticed something on the shoulder of the road. Upon closer inspection, he discovered the body of a young woman. It was Brittany. The autopsy revealed a chilling cause of death. She had been strangled. The killer had dumped her body in a place where there were no cameras and no witnesses, seemingly executing a perfect crime. For months, the case remained a mystery. Detectives searched for the mysterious boyfriend, but he didn't exist. There were no digital footprints, no phone records, and no leads. Meanwhile, Cheyenne played the role of the grieving best friend perfectly. For 6 months, she posted emotional tributes on Facebook, writing poems and begging the public for information to help find the killer. Eventually, the investigation stalled, and the case was officially closed as an unsolved crime. 2 years passed. The world had moved on, but justice was about to come from the most unexpected place. A man, a stranger who lived far away, was browsing Facebook when he came across Cheyenne's profile. Being a fan of her posts, he began looking through her old photos from the time of the murder. He was someone with a rare eye for detail. He noticed a photo of Cheyenne and Brittany taken just hours before the disappearance. In that photo, Cheyenne was wearing a very distinctive black leather belt. The man, who remembered the crime scene photos published in the news years prior, recalled seeing that exact same belt lying in the grass next to Brittany's body. He realized that the belt found at the scene didn't belong to the victim. It belonged to the grieving best friend. He immediately contacted the police. When the lead detective reviewed the evidence, he was shocked. This small detail had been overlooked by everyone for 2 years. The police reopened the case and arrested Cheyenne. Under the pressure of the new evidence and a tip from another friend who had heard a drunken confession, Cheyenne finally told the truth. She confessed that on that fateful night they had been drinking heavily. In a sudden, inexplicable fit of rage fueled by alcohol, she drove Brittany to the outskirts of the city. While they were alone in the dark, she took off her own belt and used it to strangle her best friend. She claimed she didn't know why she did it, describing it as a moment of madness. She then dumped the body and spent the next 2 years pretending to be a victim of grief. Because there was no clear motive and she was under the influence of alcohol, the court sentenced Cheyenne to 7 years in prison. The case, which had baffled professional investigators, was finally solved, not by a detective, but by an observant fan who noticed a single belt in an old photograph